Hey, bud.
What's going
on, Timmer?
Cloudy? How you doing today, buddy?
Getting the first one in.
Wow.
Getting the first one in.
Just getting at her today, buddy. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the 3BeerPod. It is season 3, episode number 10. Coming up in this episode, Tim, I thought we could kind of tease what we're going to do for us Christmas.
Yes.
We'll tease, okay?
All right. I'm excited.
Okay, so we don't have to say much more than that, but we can get to that a little bit later on. We got the Mo of the month, or Mo of the week, and it's our final Mo for Movember because next Tuesday will be December already. And we got some beer buzz and got some other goodies we can play for you today as well. Let's kick off with a thank you to our sponsors, as we always do on the 3BeerPod. Of course, thank you to Shauna over at the Health House. Thank you, Shauna, for keeping us healthy and chugging along as I, unfortunately... don't show the Ruffles chips I've been pounding here.
That's all I was thinking. The Health House is keeping us healthy.
Yeah.
Russian Ruffles, free show.
She's doing her best. She's doing her best.
And our good friend, Chris McLeod over at Realty House. If you're looking to buy or sell, it is a hot market right now. Give Chris a call. Think pink, think Chris.
There you go. It's still a hot market. Coming in December.
Is it? How? Where are these houses coming from?
Yeah, people are looking to move. So if you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call and let me know. Tim, let's pull in our guest and we'll do a What You Drinking, Bud with our guest here tonight on the 3BeerPod. It is Denny from Red Barn Brewing, going back to season number 1, episode number 2. This is Denny. What's going on, Denny? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, boys.
How you doing?
Hey, Denny.
Good
to see you, buddy.
Good. Nice to see you.
Thanks for behind you.
Yeah, it's looks a little grainy. It's a little dark in here. I got a few lights on for you.
Nice.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Yeah,
Danny from Red Barn Brewing in Blenheim, Ontario. Guest from season number 1, episode number 2. You've come a long way since we first talked to you. We're going to talk all about that, about opening a brewery in a pandemic, but we always start with what you drinking, bud? And I'm already finishing off a 5-acre island here, so that one's almost gone. And Tim, you've got the same grape as I do, don't you?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I apparently this is a hot commodity. This is a from the archives, the 5-acre island. You guys are making this right now?
Where'd you guys get those?
We know a guy. I'm going to start with that one too, Cloudy.
Yeah, get it in you. All right, first of all, tell us about the 5-acre island, how that's been going over the summer.
It's actually turned out to be one of our most popular. I think Home Farm, our blonde ale, is still our most popular, but 5-acre island we launched into restaurants. That was the first one we launched in CK, and it went over very well. I guess the timing was good too. It's a nice summer citrusy beer. It's a lot of labor. Basically, family comes and we stand around and zest lemons and limes for about 8 hours. So There's a lot of effort in that one, but it's kind of become a hit for us.
All right, so you did mention the Home Farm too, which you got right here. This is the Home Farm, the blonde ale. Tell us about this one. We'll crack that one next.
Yeah, sure. That's what I got right now too. Dan and I, wanted a very crisp, clean beer that anyone can enjoy. Beer drinkers around the area, and we worked pretty hard on it because we wanted, something that's not so light, but something that has nice flavor, has a little touch of biscuit in it, a little bit of sweetness, and crisp, and has no aftertaste.
All right, what else do we got here? The sharecropper. Tell us about the sharecropper.
Well, that's my Pepe right on the can. So those of you have probably heard before, but I got into beer because of my Pepe, and so this is kind of the reason I'm into beer, just because following his home brewing skills, and here we are in our own little brewery here. So the sharecropper.
Go ahead, Denny. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, no, the sharecropper it's all about like orange, coriander, spices. It's a very Belgian yeast kind of characters to it, and it's really nice too.
So the story about your Pepe coming here, didn't you find a stubby? What's the story there? I know there's a story, but I don't have it down.
Yeah, so he passed away in 2001. Like, he homebrewed his whole life, and I go downstairs and there's nothing, like no cap or nothing downstairs, but I go in the back beer fridge, and again, it's empty, but there's one last stubby in it, his last homebrew. So I took it and had it all these years and found it in a box, and you know, said maybe he wanted me or someone to take this to a homebrew level or maybe beyond. I don't know. So it means a lot to me.
Yeah, you've definitely went beyond now. Looking in the looking in the background
what did he do to us?
Yeah, I think looks like you've definitely escalated things from that homebrew. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on inside now? So in the summertime, we were out there, checked out the patio. It was awesome. You guys were still wrapping things up on the inside. It looks like it's pretty done now. What's going on the inside now?
Yeah, it was great to see you guys. I think you guys had the Sunday slot taken care of, and
yeah, we love the Sunday afternoon.
It's neat. We have like our regulars now, so it's good. We're inside. It's pouring out right now, and the last couple weekends of the summer we're kind of getting cold. And actually, the weekend before we opened inside, it was really nice. So it was kind of a good weekend. We rushed and scurried around all week just like we normally do, and opened the inside. And we now are inside the barn. COVID rules, of course, but things are going really well. Everything's really well spaced out, and people are having a good time just to look at all the wood we've done and all the work over the years.
I got some pictures here, Denny, we can throw up here while you're taking a look around. So this is, I guess, the opposite view from where we're looking at you right now.
I'm sitting at the table with the guy in the blue there. That's me.
That's pretty awesome. And a look around at some of the work there at Red Barn. Looking really good, really, really good. There's some of the merchandise that we picked up yesterday. So I got the red long sleeve. Timmer's got the gray one.
This is great merch. Yeah, you guys, this is a comfy brewing shirt right here. Love it.
Looking real good.
Awesome. So you guys put this stuff together yourself. Like when I talked to you in the summer and you guys were working hard putting it together, I was amazed at the stuff that you're doing. Can you just give us some details on what you guys did to put into the look of the inside of this brewery now?
Yes. So the three of us kind of sat down a bunch of years ago and wanted to, decide on how we're going to make it feel like you're like in a barn. Three of us designed it. We gave it to the engineers, and we said, well, now we're going to fill the space because it's so high. And there's a bunch of different wood behind me on the Cheers A. That's hemlock. So it's actually from a mushroom factory in Essex. The mushrooms actually sit on this wood. The spores eat out the wood, and it's a very rustic kind of saloon-looking kind of wood. The ceiling, that's kind of the craziest story. So if I can kind of point up here, there's about 80 logs that Dan has milled down, and his dad, Mark, my father-in-law. And from there, they got cut, they got cleaned, they got stained, they got varithane, they got put up piece by piece. So I figured maybe 2,000 hours of just on the ceiling.
Wow.
There's recycled, the Red Barn, right over my shoulder here, the redwood. There's barn board. There's lots of different types of wood here, and it's been a passion of ours, and it's finally coming together here.
Denny, what's it been like opening it's a pandemic. We know business has been tough for a lot of places. What's it been like opening a brewery in the midst of a pandemic?
I guess the biggest thing is we built somewhat relatively big to have, a decent amount of people in here to do different events, a couple of small concerts and things like that. And we were really limited on what we can do, but I knew, we're making the best of it. The people that are coming out, they're trying our products. They're, giving us their feedback. It's a fun environment. It's a family environment. But I guess in the pandemic, just the amount of things that, you can't really plan for that, wasn't on the business plan. So we're just making it work, and we have fun with it too.
Got a question here from Chad, and this one seems to be a loaded question. Wants to know about getting some local talent on that stage behind you. Hint, hint.
Yeah, that's I guess we're gonna have this guy named Chad Olds. He's gonna come up. So, Chad's a good buddy of mine. If you haven't heard his music before, he actually for the last week one of COVID, he's had his own COVID lockdown show on Facebook. So I think this past week he couldn't, but every other week he has. And if you get a chance to check him out, Chad's an amazing artist. He can play basically anything you want him to play. He He played out here on the patio, actually, in the
Sure.
on a wagon. I think you guys were there.
No, yeah, it was awesome. Great
It was
talent.
really good. And
Looking forward to hearing him inside.
Yeah, Chad did. He's already done a sound check in here too. So it sounds really good. The wood like dampens the sound, so it's really crisp, and it's gonna be fun once we can do those kind of things.
I'll have to tune into that show as long as it's not on a Tuesday night. I'll certainly support that.
Saturday nights. I believe he starts at 7. So
perfect. We'll have to find that right there. So the model, and you've explained this to us before about the model of a farm brewery. So you're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have you had any confusion with that? The people coming out on Tuesdays or Wednesdays are trying to get out there. How has that model been working? Just running through the weekends.
For us, like we still have full-time jobs, so I mean we are busy during the week, and that's it. Like the farm brewery model is a weekend thing, so you capture your audience and your guests in a short period of time on the weekend when most people want to have sit down and relax. Yeah, there's a lot of people that show up. I'm working in the bar now for my full-time job, and there's people knocking on the window. You just try to duck. We have a fence there too, and I'd like to say we could be open all day long, but it's we're busy still working in the barn too, and I can't get up every time. I guess it's I wish I could. It's just like, but no, the farm brew model, it's fun. We know, like with now we're doing the reservation thing, and we know kind of who's coming based on the reservations. A lot of people have told us feedback that they like the reservations, like people out of town, a lot of people from like Amherstburg, Kingsville, and they know they have a table when they come, so that's kind of nice to hear.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about that because that's how the setup's been. You have to book a table basically at redbarnbrewing.com, and then you show up. Walk-ins, I guess, on the off chance you have an empty table, right? But you really want people to go through the website and book that spot.
I would say we have 80% reservations, and we haven't really, I guess, per se advertised we have walk-ins, but I guess I can say right now walk-ins are permitted, but it's just we can't guarantee by the time you get here if you call ahead that there'll be a table for you. So we just kind of suggest just go to our website, book a reservation on there. When you book, depending on the size of your table, you get vouchers for the cost that it costs you on there, and people really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, I think it's a great model, especially this time of year when things are a little bit busier, but also just to know you're going to be safe and you got a spot. I think it's a great model, and I wish other places would go to that model because I think it really works for you guys.
And now we're in a yellow zone now, I guess, so we can't. We had tables of 8, so now we got to bring it down to 6 for this coming weekend. So
good. Go ahead, Claudia.
No, I was just going to say you mentioned this weekend, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about what do you want us to play this, or do you want to tell us about it first? What do you want to do?
Why don't you just play it first?
All right, here you go.
All right.
The barn is now open. Reserve your table today. Welcome to Oktoberfest.
And it's November.
Novemberfest?
I love that. Novemberfest. Perfect. That is great, Denny. I love it. So Novemberfest in Oktoberfest in November is Novemberfest. How's this going to work this weekend? What do you got going on?
Oh, basically, our big thing is we have these steins here. So we are going to be selling our beer in these special one-off rare steins that we have, and we're just finishing the beer right now. That's going to be going into these, and it's just going to we're going to play some Oktoberfest background songs once in a while. We wanted to do something like this, on the patio maybe, but it's not the same. So we kind of held off, and it's kind of, the weirdness of being in a pandemic, kind of anything goes. So Novemberfest is here. So
I love it, man. I love
That's
it. A little
great.
twist on it. So that's this weekend. Book your table at redbarnbrewing.com. You can do that right now. Is it available right now? When's that open up?
Thursday at 9 on our website. You can.
All right, so you heard it here first at Novemberfest at Red Barn this weekend. I was in yesterday to chat with you, and you have a test plot, a couple of test plot taps. Tell us what those are and how those are doing.
Yeah, so it's called the test plot series. So in the egg industry, you know that they put side by sides of corn or soybeans in the field, and you kind of compare them for yield and different agronomics. So we, going with the farm theme. We have a test plot series of beers. So we make a very small batch on our test pilot system, and we kind of compare them against each other. So put 2 at a time, and whichever one kind of flies or sticks the best, we will make a big batch of it. So we had a saison that Steve made on our test pilot system, and then he did a hoppy American wheat, and the hoppy American wheat went over better this weekend. And so Steve is going to brew tomorrow that beer. So we'll have that in the tasting room soon enough here.
Love that concept. I think that's great. I think what we need though is a Tim versus Chris. We'll come in and brew, and we'll see who the winner is. Let's work on that.
Yeah, there you go. What would you guys do then?
Yeah, love it.
Honorary family members for the weekend. I'm looking forward to that. That's awesome. Denny, you've got some big things coming up. We could share those when it happens, but things are progressing. Are they going as fast as you expected? Is it slower? Are you ahead of the game? Where are you at?
Yeah, no, it's way faster. Like, you talk to the breweries around Ontario and our friends, even, Sons of Kent, and they say how nutty it's going to be. And you prepare for that, you get your mind ready. But now, the meetings that we're having now they're starting to get intense, because the biggest thing now is, we're trying to fight to make enough beer. We can't, we only have a limited amount of tanks. We're trying to figure out how do we, maximize, minimize the time that's in the tank to get it on the floor. And some of our stock is actually pretty scary low right now, to the point where we might be popping cans this weekend to fill up pints.
Wow.
So it's a challenge, but it's a good thing that, a lot of people say it's a good thing that you're selling out, and it is, but at the same time, there's so many fun beers and things that we want to launch, and we just can't get to yet.
And you've got a great community behind you. Blenheim obviously loves Blenheim, loves South Kent, but the farming community have certainly stepped up to support you too.
Yeah, no, we there's a lot of farmers that come out Friday nights, a good farmer night, and we some people pull in with their tractor and their quads, and there's people talking about bringing their horses to so we need to make a hitch and pull on the agenda for next year.
100%.
That is so awesome. Novemberfest is this weekend at Red Barn. You guys are kicking butt. Get out there if you're looking for any merch for the holiday season or any beers. You can do that. redbarnbrewing.com. Book Thursday morning for your weekend over at Red Barn. Denny, say hi to Sandy and Dan for us, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Danny. Good stuff, buddy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And OG right from the beginning on the old 3BeerPod. Thanks, Denny. We appreciate your time here tonight. That's good to catch up with Denny and the team over at Red Barn tonight. So,
delicious beer too, buddy. That 5 Acre Island that we somehow snuck out was delicious. Wow, is that good beer? The home farm is what I'm on right now, and it's just crisp. It's just a good tasting beer, right? These guys are knowing what they're doing, and I'm excited to see what they have coming up. And I know this is a crazy time trying to get things going in a pandemic, but give these guys some time, and it's going to be awesome. Look how beautiful that place looks, though.
Yeah,
I don't think I've been to a nicer looking spot than that.
No. Take a look. Red Barn, redbarnbrewing.com. Just look at the inside. And you know what I was telling Denny is it's very Instagrammable, which is it gets people excited about it. Look at that. There's a good shot of the roof there at Red Barn. And then of course, this is that's iconic right there. That's getting a lot of attention. You got the little sunrise or the sunset in the background there.
Yeah, good for them, man, because it's an awesome spot. And when they talk about how much work they put into it, it's insane, right? I wish I was that dedicated to a project to pull something off like that. We were just slapping up plywood on my ceiling and my roof on the weekend, Cloudy. We did not put as much care into it as they did putting it on that barn.
Yeah, it wasn't old barnwood. It was particle board, but still the same.
Hey.
Still the same.
Yeah, this looks awesome. Good for them.
Timmer, let's get to the beer buzz this week. I've got a couple stories on the old beer buzz. Let's start with this one from Breckenridge Brewery in Colorado. This holiday season, they're actually, we've talked about them before. The Dunkaroos, remember the Dunkaroos beer?
Yes, the Dunkaroos.
Yes, so we've talked about these guys. Yeah, they've got a candy cane beer coming out this year. So what they're going to do this year is they're going to deliver beer, like a lot of breweries are. They're going to deliver beer by reindeer. So they've got a reindeer. Yeah, right here. Look at that.
That's a hardy looking reindeer, eh?
Yeah. It's not just a moose with the antlers stapled on the head. Which I guess moose have antlers already, so that'd be kind of dumb.
God, it's a moose with antlers stapled on his head.
Yeah. So no, they got a Christmas ale. You got a Christmas beanie, a 12-pack, a Christmas T-shirt from Breckenridge Brewery in Colorado. They deliver it by reindeer.
What's the delivery radius? What's the delivery radius on that, buddy?
It's all part of the deal. It's all part of the deal. You'll have a reindeer pull up to your front door, and deliver breweries next week is when they're going to set sail.
Can you check out the comments there? We have a resident zoologist in Darren Eber.
Oh boy, that's a caribou. Thank you.
That's a caribou. All right.
Yeah, well, you learned something new.
Fooled us.
Yeah. Caribou, eh? I've heard everything. How about this story about a good Samaritan from Cleveland, Ohio, who went out for a single brew. He went out for a single pint of beer, downed the beer at the Nighttown restaurant, and then he left a tip, a $3,000 tip. Restaurant's temporarily closing because of the coronavirus, and he left a $3,000 tip. To which I did some investigating. Yes, he only had one beer.
No,
because I've left some big tips after a couple of beers. But this is one beer, $3,000 tip.
That's what is that as a percentage? That I think his tip calculator is broken. Did he actually do it on purpose?
He says he did. He says it did. Now, if you told me it was commission, I could break it down right to the cent, but for tip percentage.
I think that's an over tipping. I'm not good with the tip calculator either. I think that guy's tip calculator is broken.
$3,000. Hey, Timmer, it's our last show of November, so our November Mo of the month for Movember and Men's Health. Thanks to everybody who has donated and made some donations throughout the month to Movember and kept Men's Health in mind. Did you want to start, Tim, or you want me to start here? What do you got?
No, I'll start here, buddy. Again, I when I think of mustaches, I think back in my childhood of mustaches that stand out. And this mustache stood out to me as a pretty badass mustache.
Legend.
Yes.
Boom.
Burt Reynolds in himself is pretty badass, but when he was rocking that stash and the hat, like everything he's got going on there is pretty badass, and I think represents everything that's going on with Movember. So that's my that's a Texas? Oh no, that's Florida. That's Florida on his hat. Yeah, wrong one.
That's a caribou, I think.
Anyways, Burt Reynolds, pretty badass. He rocked that stash right to the end, did he not? I think so. He is dead. God rest his soul.
Okay, well, that answers the question. I won't Google it then. So he is
Burt
dead.
Reynolds is dead. For sure, he's dead.
Reynolds. This guy is alive and well and still kicking butt. We were supposed to see him this summer. The Movember of the week for me is the one and only John Oates.
Oh, buddy. We were supposed to see him this summer, eh?
Yeah, we were going to go see that dude, man.
Toronto. Look at that. That's a good-looking stash. And hair.
These two guys slayed in their time, didn't they?
They had to, because their faces say they are.
Tim, what do you think? Our next promo shoot, you and I, Hall & Oates.
Are we doing a promo shoot? What? I didn't get the memo on that. Are we going to get rid of the characters and do something like this?
Well, here, Wade Vermeesh was supposed to see them too. I was thinking we should get Wade in and do a little promo shoot. We could do a little Hall & Oates. Your Kiss, Your Kiss is on my list.
I think when they go back into on tour, we pick up Wade and we just go.
Yeah, roadie. So 40 million albums sold for Hall & Oates, 34 chart toppers, 2014 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they're still, you lock your mama up. Your mom is at the bar. John Oates is taking her home.
I don't even know. I hope not. My father would not be happy about that.
Come on. John Oates walks up to
what hair product? What hair product are those guys using? Because I need some.
That's Moose. 100%.
Is it really?
It's got to be.
What happened to Moose? Does anyone use Moose anymore?
Your Kiss is on my. That's a line. Those guys slayed, right there. Looks like Waiter's in on the.
Nice. We just need to find a driver.
3BeerPod. Yeah, that we'll have to actually talk about that for sure. Mows of the month. Thank you everyone for your suggestions for Mows of the month for the month of November. We appreciate all those, and congrats to everybody that grew a mustache or has the ability to grow a mustache, namely John Oates and Burt Reynolds here tonight. Yeah. Timmer, did you come up with some real beers, fake beers?
No.
No. Okay, we'll skip that altogether. Scratch.
Save that for next week.
We'll scratch that one off. Hey, I wanted to play this for you. We've had some dumb news reporters on here lately. Now, this one here is, I just love this bit. I love this idea, the simplicity of it. So throughout the pandemic, this station, this local news station has been here, just have a watch. Watch this.
So if you're not at work today or you're working from home, you may be wondering, what day is it? Todd has the answer for us.
It's Monday.
And they just do that every day.
That's amazing. I'd tune in for that because today I wasn't even sure what day it was. So
I wonder what day is it?
It's Monday. I had a really bad error last night. I needed to set a reminder alarm for after work today. So I set the alarm for 2:15. Turns out I set it for 2:15 a.m. instead of p.m. Which made me not know what day it was for most of the day today. So I'd been up since 2:15. That's a terrible error in my judgment.
My alarm goes off at 3:13, and every morning I have to tell myself, I have to have a conversation with myself. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah. I've had this happen before where I sit up. What day is it? Saturday. Back to sleep. Bam.
Back out?
Boom. Right down. Right back.
Can you go back to sleep at that time?
If you tell me I can go to sleep right now, I
really
would. Like I could. I'm like a functioning narcoleptic.
Yeah, I am too. Other than when I wake up in the morning, I could lay down on the floor right now and fall asleep. But when I woke up at 2:15 this morning, I was fight or flight, buddy. I was ready to just fight a bear or run from it. Either one.
Did you go out for a jog? What'd you do?
Yeah, just a light jog.
Just a quick 5K. Got her in, eh?
Watched some TV. Watched Canada's Worst Driver, season 3.
Solid. Timmer, a story that's been making headlines. If he ran for prime minister, he'd probably win. Connor McDavid, hockey superstar. What is he? 22, 20, whatever he is.
He's
young fella, right? Makes $12.5 million a year for the Edmonton Oilers, the best hockey player in the NHL at the time right now. So Connor, a lot of money. That's $12.5 million, and that doesn't even include the endorsement money he makes.
Right. That's just his regular day job money.
Yeah. The rest of the money is just fun money, and he's getting paid. He's got a Brinks truck that shows up at his house. Here's the thing. He's got a new house in Edmonton. Mm-hmm. And so now the photos are making headlines around the internet. They're trending because it looks like what some people say is Darth Vader's lair. It's very cold.
Why are the photos on the internet?
There was some
Like,
kind of.
Was this real estate before he bought it, or this is
No,
actually his?
He built the house.
He built the house, and now he's
Yep.
posting pictures of it.
Well, no, there was a magazine shoot in Edmonton. or
Oh,
something.
okay.
I just got to figure out how old Connor McDavid is because it's going to bother me. So Connor's got a girlfriend. So Connor
pretty
himself is 23 years old. So
Wow.
23-year-old Connor and his 22-year-old girlfriend built a house.
Built a
And
layer.
the girlfriend, yes, and the girlfriend designed it. Okay, so have a look. These are some pictures of Connor McDavid's house.
That's a risky adventure.
Yeah.
That's pretty dark.
Yep. So that's the kitchen.
Hey, you
Right
put
there.
in an island. Is your island as large as that island?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7, 8 chairs wide.
Right.
No, that's like a 16 to 20-foot island.
Wow.
Yeah, with the waterfall edge and the beautiful fluorescent light hanging over top of it.
It's an interesting design.
Yeah, that's one. Okay,
Very
so
minimalist.
Here, watch the look here. So that's the kitchen. This is the games room with the bubble light going on top of there, and that's where dudes right there. It's where Connor's having his boys over. Okay, here's the here's the wine fridge. Like, look at the wine back there. Look at the racks and racks of wine.
That's a lot of wine. That painting on the left there, not enjoyable.
No, that looks like I wouldn't want to see that after a couple of bottles of those wines. That
looks like we've had some wine and made a painting.
So here's another look. That's a giant couch. That's a very big couch. That
looks very nappable. That looks very nappable.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the TV at, though? Is that wall a TV?
Connor McDavid doesn't have time to watch TV, dude.
Then why's he got a couch?
Too big. Well, why does anybody have a couch without a TV? That's a good question.
That actually makes me angry when I see houses that have a living room and a couch. Obviously, that wall's supposed to have a TV on it. Let's just put one there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably saving up to get a TV.
Ran out of cat. Whoa, what's this?
Here's his bedroom. Not sure what the H stands for.
What is the H?
House.
That doesn't make any sense. Is that the bathroom? Wait a second. That's the bathroom on the other side of the wall.
Like, I think the headboard is the wall. The headboard is the wall.
Right. So then that's the bathroom on the other side.
Yeah.
But that's open. Do you want an open bathroom?
No.
I think we need to discuss this with Connor McDavid's girlfriend, who is our guest for episode 11.
Here's another one. This looks like a guest room. The fuzzy lounge. I can deal with that. That's all right. That doesn't look too bad.
Interesting.
This is Connor's office. Okay. I don't know what does he do there? Talks about this.
Is that a samurai sword as a light fixture?
Oh, that's a good point.
That looks like it.
Connor's the guy that's buying the samurai sword at the fairs. He's the guy. Connor goes to a local fair and he buys a samurai sword for all his buddies. Here's the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the bathroom behind the master bedroom or not, but there's a dual shower head.
Where is this place built at? Like, what's going on in that window?
Edmonton, Alberta, and I don't know if that's the neighbor right next door. That's like right there, but
that seems like a bad design.
Yeah, especially stand up from the tub a little too quick. Like neighbors get a look.
Oh.
And this one here,
I'm glad his girlfriend's on next episode.
Ask her about it.
Shelly.
Shelly.
Oh. Is that her name? I think so. That's
Look
fun.
at this. Like, you're not getting from that 3-point line though.
No,
I'm not getting much of an arch. Like,
no, that's terrible design. Again, Shelly is not very good at designing houses. But we'll talk about her. We'll talk about with her next week.
Yeah,
on the 3Beer podcast.
Sean chiming in here says he likes it. Thinks it's a high-end bachelor pad designed by his girlfriend. So
I don't think that adds up. That's up. Corey says he's waiting for TVs to go on sale at Best Buy, just like I am. Black Friday.
For the Black Friday.
Black Friday sale. Big deals coming up this week on TVs.
Yeah.
I'm going to score one. Don't tell my wife, though.
if your mom, your wife, your aunt, your grandmother ever says, "Hey, I'm going to see John Oates. He wants to show me his house," don't go.
Don't let him. Don't let him.
Let it go. Don't let it go.
Don't let him go.
Hey, Timmer. So episode 10, we're just wrapping it up here tonight. Episode number 11 and number 12. So we have 12 shows in a season. So next week we have a guest lined up. We'll release that on our Facebook page. Keep an eye on that. We're working on something for episode 12. And then we're going to take a little time off during December.
Yeah, just to be with ourselves. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. Okay.
And then in December, we're looking at December 18th, right? We're looking at that date. It's a Friday night. Are we confirming this? Or are we having a marketing meeting on the show right now?
Yeah, we'll field test it right now and see what the excitement's like.
So what we're thinking about doing on December 18th is the first ever 3BeerPod Christmas open house.
Yes. I'm excited.
Pandemic style.
Right.
So we'll do a show. We'll be in our respective homes, and we're going to invite guests that have been on the show. We'll send out a link for them to join us. We might have some special guests who are celebrating along with us and have them join us as well. It'll be a Friday night, so it'll probably be better than any of what you've seen so far. Right?
We will be at our prime on the Friday night open house, Christmas open house, 3BeerPods, 3Beer podcast style. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, that should be good. So we'll work on some of the goodies there. Maybe we'll have some giveaways. Maybe
100% we have giveaways.
Okay. All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
If you're in, you'll have to. We'll get some stuff up on our Facebook here in the next few weeks, and then you can join in, and then we'll reach out and we'll connect via link and have you join us on the 3BeerPod.
I'm excited for that, buddy.
So, Tim, Danny was asking when we were over at Red Barn yesterday. He was asking, he goes, "What is this you guys keep talking about on the show about the Pakistan Super League?" So let's recap what happened. This goes back to season number 2. So we post these videos. They stream on your Facebook. They stream on Twitter. They stream on YouTube. And then you also hear it on Wednesday mornings. We release it via the audio version of the podcast. But when it goes to YouTube, other users have the right to put in like a protest, right? So we had a video flagged as breaking a rule of some sort, and we thought, well,
we're not sure what we broke.
What did we do? And then we looked at who the user was that put in the complaint, and the user was the Pakistan Super League, the top cricket league of Pakistan. So we thought, hey guys, if you're watching, we'll make you a sponsor. And so the Pakistan Super League has been a sponsor for the last season and a half of the 3BeerPod. And they just finished up a strong season.
Oh, what a season. What a season.
Tell me. Tell me.
Wow. Obviously, everyone's been tuning in on DAZN and catching up on the latest news. But last Tuesday, kind of after the podcast, we're simultaneous. That's why we didn't want to talk about it. We didn't want to lose viewers to the podcast to go over to DAZN to check out the Lahore Kalandars versus the Karachi Kings in the battle of cricket. I don't even know how the game works, but man, is it fun to watch.
Yes. So the Pakistan Super League final champions of the 2020 season and longtime sponsor of the 3BeerPod, Tim, it is the
Karachi Kings. Yeah, that's not who you picked, I know, buddy. They won by 5 wickets with 8 balls left. Honorary captain of the Karachi Kings is Dick Paradise.
Dick Paradise.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Babar Azam, obviously, was the player of the tournament and the player of the match for the Karachi Kings. Strong season from Babar Azam. Looking forward to good things coming from him in the upcoming season.
And unconfirmed that he will be part of the Christmas open house show. If we can make that
unconfirmed, yes. We're working on it. On it. I'm excited. I hope that Babar, who joins us as
I was
we planned.
I was hoping to have all the whores on, but I think we're only going to manage to get one or two for the upcoming 3BeerPod Christmas open house.
That's
All
going
right.
to be quite the open house featuring the Lahores.
Yeah, don't tell John Oates. Do not tell Johnny, because he will be all over, over that. Timmer,
boy.
episode number 11 next week on the 3Beer Pod. We'll tell you who that is. Keep an eye on our social medias. We'll release that information this week. Thanks to Denny and, of course, Sandy and Dan over at Red Barn. They're doing a kick-ass job. And don't forget, Novemberfest is this weekend over at Red Barn, and they'll be taking reservations on Thursday morning at redbarnbrewing.com. So thank you to them for joining us here tonight for the Pakistan Super League, our sponsor here, and
our friend Chris McLeod at Realty House and Shauna at the Health House. Thanks to everyone tonight. That was good times.
That's right, Shauna. Thank you so much for keeping us healthy every week.
Crushing Ruffles.
Yeah, the official Ruffles of the 3Beer Pod. Timmer, we'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. See you.
Cheers.
Buddy.